Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but the enemy keeps continuing to hit you relentlessly? You're praying, you're pouring into others, you're being a normal everyday tax paying citizen, and you ask yourself not why, but how is this possible? And the problem is that it's all warfare, because you have something in you that is a threat to Satan's kingdom, right? And I'm here to tell you that you are not alone. I am also carrying a massive weight, several things going on simultaneously in my life that the enemy just wants me to just give up on and turn my back on my Father, turn my back on all the trials and tribulations and the growth. I'm not doing that, and I don't want you to do that either. See, the thing that the enemy is really behind is your heart posture. The real battle is not the financial loss or the job loss or the relationship or the car issues or the bad credit. The enemy don't really care. That's small things to the enemy, right? But the enemy uses physical weariness and isolation as a weapon to attempt to darken your soul, darken your heart, to cause spiritual stagnation. The enemy wants to trap you in a cycle of procrastination to stop you from moving forward. Because again, you are a threat to his kingdom. That is the only reason why a person that seems to be doing the right thing continues to get hit relentlessly, while everyone else who is out partying, lollygagging, don't give a damn about nobody but theyself, not trying to help anybody. In fact, they're trying to tear one another down like crabs in a bucket, and they continue to thrive and rise. They are not a threat to his kingdom. The enemy is smart enough to not use his heaviest artillery on the weakest vessels, the weakest spirits. No, see, he need that for you, because he knows that it takes a lot to knock you down, to get you off your feet. I am here, right now, first of all, because God placed me in front of you. It's not by coincidence. I know that we are experiencing the same thing on different timelines at different parts of our lives and in different parts of the world, different circumstances. And if you knew all the things that I had right now in this very moment, I don't think you would believe it. But I'm just so used to dealing with so much, because the enemy has been behind me and after me, and after my heart posture on God, after my mental health, after my strength, forever. And it's almost like you want to ask yourself, why? 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 Why me? But then at the same time, you can't really question God, because he always gives you the things that you need to get back up and never fall down. Why? Because it's all a test, and not really per se a test to see if you're going to pass or fail, to see which way you go, but it is his form of discipline, strengthening you in the spirit so that you come out victorious on the other end. Just remember, when things are going wrong, just remember that the enemy does not waste his heaviest artillery on weak targets. You are a general in spirit. You may not know that yet. And that may be a way that he's manipulating you, because you don't know who you are yet. But the hardest battles are reserved for those with the strongest spirits. And that, my friend, is you. Those anointed to shift atmospheres without even trying. Psalms 34:19 says, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of all of them." Not some of them, not a portion of them, not 20% of them, all of them, 100%. The affliction isn't a sign that God is abandoning you. It is proof that you are a threat to the kingdom of darkness. That's it, that's all. The enemy doesn't just want your car. The enemy doesn't just want your money. The enemy wants your character, your heart posture. He wants betrayal to turn into bitterness so that you walk away from Jesus. So that you walk away from doing the right thing and you just say to hell with it, I'm going to do what everybody else doing. But because you have the wisdom, you know right from wrong, even if you've never read the Bible, you already perceive the right and the wrong thing to do. And when you open a Bible book, things automatically connect. That's what happened with me. It automatically connect. Like some of the things you may not know, have known word for word, but it was already put in you because he knew us before we were formed. So being that we already have this in us, we wouldn't receive the same little slap on the wrist like those that are asleep and unawakened. Don't go backwards, my friend. You are now dealing and walking this repetitive circumstances. You're not in this alone. I promise you, you're not. Don't be overcome by evil, but overcome evil by doing the good will. Sometimes that takes pouring into others while you're bleeding. When you're able to pour into others, when you are yourself hurting, that is immediate spiritual counteract. When the Father has given you the ability to fight adversity and fight evil with a prayer or an understanding, or not fighting evil with evil, or, not going to hell when they go low, but understand that they may be older than you in the physical realm. They may be your elder, but in the spirit, they're your children. When you look at them like that, it's vice versa in the spirit. Like I'm your elder and you're a child, you don't know better. When you look at it through those lenses, you have more empathy for them because they know not. Like they're oblivious to some things like I deal with it in the real world. I'm still working on those things because some things you look at people and you want to say you should know better. Like, why are you doing these things? Why are y'all every day you want to talk about how was your weekend, what you did, what you got planned for, and you are over there dealing with real life spiritual crisis. You don't want to talk about the weekend. You don't want to talk about Mardi Gras. You don't want to talk about the birthday party. You don't want to gossip about what they're doing over there in the next cubicle. You don't want to talk about your boss. Those things for a big spiritual general can become mundane and frustrating. I get it. In the spirit, they are children to you, toddlers, pre-K, and you are master's degree going on to your PhD. So don't think that, okay, I give up. I'm just going to do what they're doing and see how it turns out for me. It's not going to turn out good. You have something in you that they do not. Direct connection to our Father. A light in you. When you're bleeding and you're hurting and you still have the ability to pour into them, pour into them. All right? Because once the enemy sees that it's not working for you, and in fact, you're helping by praying out, the darkness in those that are still afflicting you, he's going to leave you alone. He can't attack where he's not. You'll have to be open and accepting to it. He have to see what works, what's working on you. If he can get people at your job to irritate you and throw darts, secret darts at you, throw the bricks and hide their hands, and he know that aggravates you, and you're going to confront them, and then you're going to go home with this darkness and this anger in you. Okay, bingo. I know that's how I can get her. That's how I can keep her or him away from being in peace. That's how I can keep them from getting the wisdom of God, because they're too clouded with thinking about what they're going to do to get their lick back. So we have to rise above those things, because those are only enemy tactics. But you're not watching this by chance. Everything is by divine design. And when you don't know which way to turn and what to do, remember God's word promises that he will be a lamp to our feet. But the lamp only illuminates the very next step. So if your feet don't move, the light does not advance. We won't know the whole picture. We have to make ourselves ready. There will never be a perfect moment, ever. I promise you. You have to force it. You have to do it. Whatever thing that he's put inside of you to do, do it. That's your light to your feet. And once you make one step, he's going to come behind you with the next step. And it's going to be a partnership working together. Not going to know the whole plan. Things will never be easier later. I'm saying this because I live this. I'm living this right now. It's an everyday ongoing battle. But our biggest enemy is procrastination. If you're watching me, it's because you have something in you that the world needs. You have to make the perfect time by just jumping into action. The end goal is the kingdom of heaven. For me, that's what it is to be walking on streets of gold, to not let the second death have power over me, and to bring along as many souls as I can. Every breath spent fighting right now weakens the kingdom of darkness. Keep fighting. Keep your gloves on. And also keep your armor of God on. Keep that helmet of salvation on. That breastplate of righteousness. That buckle of truth. And always keep his sword. Just know that you are not alone. And I'm here on the other side. I'm a part of your circle now. I pray before I turn this camera on that anyone hears my voice or sees my face is because God has brought them here. And I know that you need something. I know that there's something that you are working through just as I am. I'll be interceding for you as I'm interceding for myself.